to first your story, okay?
Okay.
Because you sent me a trailer of you doing a documentary, right?
Yes, I am. I'm doing a documentary of my life. It's called From the Block to the Barber Shop because every time I share my story, it's like people out there, I get inboxes, I get emails, I get everything saying that when I even talk about a piece of my story, that it inspires someone. So what I did was I was like, what if it touches at least one or two everywhere I go? Maybe it can touch the masses if I put it out there on the platform. So that's what really made me want to be transparent and put my story out there.
Okay.
From before I became a barber and what I was going through and how I became one.
Okay. So what got you started in barbering? And how long you been cutting hair?
I've been cutting hair since 2000. Well, legally since 2007, but I've been plugging people since probably about 4 or 5 years before that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Barbering was my passion. I can honestly say that. What happened was, fresh out of high school, I was out there, in the streets after I graduated from high school. I had a job. I had a really good job, but I was selling little dime sacks on the side. So, unfortunately, me and my homeboy got pulled over. And I ended up going to jail. So after that, my mom enrolled me into school, but in college. Because, everybody mama wants you to go to college.
Yeah.
So, we'll get back to that in a second. But before that, when I got out of high school, I was like, oh, mama, I want to go to barber college. I had a homegirl. She went to barber college. All my homeboys, they were there. And I used to just go up there and kick it just sporadically just to hang out, you know. And I just grew a passion for it. I was like, man, they didn't transform these people. They did this or that, and third. Shout out to Shelvita and Key One and everybody at, I think it was LaHare back then in Fort Worth off of Seminary. But I just used to sit up there because I ain't had nothing to do. And I just used to watch them, you know what I'm saying, my last year in high school and through the summer, and I liked it. My mom was like, no, you're going to college. I was like, well, I just work, because, I wanted to go to college. I was smart enough to, but I actually were passionate and wanted to do that and wanted to work, but working and selling weed on the side didn't work. So she enrolled me in the school, and I got a letter and said that you were accepted into college. So I went off to college. I did the college
What
thing.
school?
You know what I'm saying? I went to Jarvis. Shout out to JCC Bulldogs.
Oh, okay.
East Texas is going down. Hawkins.
Okay.
So I went there to my junior year, and then my mom got sick, so I came home. Because I'm the only child that my mom has. Okay. So it's really just me and my mom. So I came home, took care of her. I fell into a depression when I found out she was sick, because my mom is really like everything to me, because that's the only person that's really just. I can't say as far as like now, but that growing up, that was the only person that was really just consistent with me after my grandparents died, because it was like, oh, okay, everybody else, like my dad, and that'll be in the documentary, me and my dad, after my grandparents died, I didn't see him from the 8th grade to the 12th grade. But you'll get that in my documentary. I'm not going to tell it, but it shares my struggle and everything that I went through. So when I came home, I started smoking weed. I started selling drugs again. I started drinking a lot. Got 2 DWIs, caught a felony case, right? Mm-hmm. And I was working in my field of expertise. I do radio, television broadcasting, so you know what I'm saying? That's something that I was doing. I was working for a radio, television broadcaster company.
Oh, wow.
But in the meantime, in between time, I caught a felony case. They didn't know that, but I was on felony probation while I was there. So I ended up getting laid off, couldn't find a job, went into a depression, started drinking again, caught another DWI. So, it was just, had a bad breakup. It was just a cycle. Couldn't find a job, all that. So, I talked to God, and I was like, God, what can I do? How can you get me out of this? Yeah. Because I need a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a felon. Ain't nobody trying to give me no job.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was filling out applications, doing everything that I needed to do, to get back into life. Everybody rejected me. So one day, I didn't have a car. I was staying with my mom. I borrowed a car, and I went up the street to a copy place. It was a black-owned copy place right off of Miller and Berry. I'm from Fort Worth, Eastwood. Shout out to Fort Worth, Texas. I went up there.
Town.
Exactly. So I went. My mom said it was a copy place in the hood, because I was going to go away to Arlington to the Kinko's, because, we don't have stuff like that in the hood. But fortunately, that a lady, she built a shopping center that provided resources for the neighborhood. So I went up there, and I faxed my resume over at her copy place. And I looked over to the left when I was coming out. Well, actually, it was the right. It was the left when I was coming in. But I didn't pay attention to it. And it was a barber college over there. So I was like, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So I went over there and I talked to the instructor. And she was like, well, here's a packet. Go over the information and let me know what you think. Got home and it said, if you're on probation or parole, you're eligible for a scholarship.
Really?
I put on my clothes the next day, went back up there, and a lady was there that I talked to the day before. She was like, well, I can't talk to you about the scholarship program. Let me go get the owner. So she walked over to the copy place and got the same lady that I faxed the resume over from the day before. She owned the barber college, too.